St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn. www.saintricketts.com from their self-titled debut album, St. Ricketts. It is the beautiful With Fire Cannot Burn. As you know, we do it Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Speaking of which, as I put the boys on hold, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday night. Sure so is. New shirt in the house. But it is Tuesday night. This is the one and only. Don't go James in the house. This is the You Show. Yeah. We do it every Wednesday night. We're expecting Nicole to guest co-host, and so far, unless she's having issues, but she's not with us yet, so we'll see how that works out. It's frightening being on here. Our team over at Delco Jams is in the house, and of course, we have come to this beautiful thing where we want to announce ourselves as proud partner. We are a proud partner of Delco Jams, right here at the Yo Show for collaborations and work. Their awesome podcast, this awesome podcast, videos, etc., and all the bands and all the great stuff we're doing. We're working together to bring you more bands. We're working together to bring you more great content. I've been invited to be on their pod, which is coming soon. They, of course, they've been here plenty of times. Great co-host, J.D. Wolfenhouse, you from Northland, and hell yeah, we are, and you know it. And speaking of which, our proud partners at Delco Jams are with us tomorrow night. Wednesday night, we're also in the house as we're doing two-nighters. The Normal Colleagues, a great band, will be on the program tomorrow night. And the team from Delco Jams in the house with some guest co-hosting, or co-hosting, if you will. Now that we're proud partners and all that good stuff. Working on sponsorships, more shows, etc. The Yo Show is keeping it active. New equipment will be here soon. Of course, great weekend. Leadpetal, massive thank you to everybody last week for my birthday show that I absolutely love. Thank you to Cheyenne. And of course, thank you to the one and only Miss Christina Chris from Kaleido. I love her. A tremendous time was had. A lot of drinks were drank. A lot of fun. Christina is amazing. Cheyenne, of course, was in the house, the guest co-host, and that was awesome. We had an awesome time last week. Thank you to everybody in the comments section and people for the happy birthday wishes. 700 or 800 on Facebook, and then tons in person. And it was just an amazing time. And to be, singled out as, the man of the day, always a great thing. So the weekend was fun. Just took in all the great comments. Then I got sick right after the show Tuesday night. So Wednesday and Thursday I was off, was in bed. Friday I was in bed. Saturday I kind of got myself back into it. We here at Delco Jams love Jeff, the Shark Perini, his wife Cassie, the heckler Perini. We'll go into that tomorrow night. I would like to play that band's video, but obviously the legal rights thing and the song, so probably not. But that's funny stuff right there. We had an awesome time, and like I said, the show here, and then all the great messages and terrific gifts and everything, and of course, this one that topped it off Sunday, fun day, was my actual birthday Sunday. Delco Jams was in the house. Dark Fly was there. Tonight's guest, Leadpetal, performed. Sophia Wilson, Kensington Hotel, or the Jeff Birthday Band, or whatever they're calling themselves. Justina Urso, of course, has been on the program. And ATI. And Miss Jade Schuyler was there. She is terrific, man. She has matured so much. Time's going by so fast. And I got to MC the event. We had a great time. My wife was there. My wife's grandmother was there at 90. Come on, folks. Get to these shows. My 90-year-old grandma-in-law was there dancing and singing and enjoying music. You people, I tell you. A great cake, great time, great lineup, great everything, terrific time. And my man Mike Kennedy showed up, the dude that comes on our program and watches and become a fan of ours. Mike Kennedy was in the house. That was great stuff. JD, I'm telling you, man, just such a great time. Chris Hernecco from the Circus Arts was in the house. Brent Morrell was there, of course, hanging out. My wife having just an awesome time. Chris Greiner, massive thanks to Chris Greiner. And Chris has been on the show. He was one of the very first people I saw at Sweeney's perform. Solo, came up by himself, very nervous, but jammed. And just really impressed us. Heading to Nashville, record deals, all this great stuff. So it happens on that stage. And again, remind everybody, speaking of that stage, I got to see this band this past Sunday. Got to meet them. Said, I'm buying it, and you'll see it Tuesday night. Our guest tonight around 8:30 is going to be the amazing Leadpetal. A little bit of a tiny picture. Sorry, ladies. But that is a picture down at the awesome... oh my gosh, we're blank. The Rusty Nail. Sorry, Rusty. Love the Rusty Nail. This picture in front of the Rusty Nail. You see some of the bands that played our Lady White Rat Blast Furnace, and of course tonight's guest, Leadpetal. Coming up around 8:30, got some new music from them. They have a brand new album out. We're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk to them about music. We're going to talk to them about the local scene, etc. Coming up around 8:30. I don't know what happened to Nicole, who was supposed to guest co-host this evening. Let me see if she left any notes of not being able to get in. Or maybe she watched the show during the day and like, yep, screw that guy. I don't really know, but we're checking it out. I don't have any messages, so we'll wait out, see if she shows up. Give her some time. In the meantime, TikTok, more comments. I'm excited for this one. Tonight, Leadpetal, dude, awesome. Live, amazing. And I was so excited. They walked in, and you kind of knew right away who they were. As soon as they walked in, before they did anything, I'm like, yeah, it's Leadpetal. So waited a few minutes, went over, introduced myself, and I said, it's unusual, JD, you'll know. It's unusual for me to meet a band before they've come on. Well, no, I got that wrong. Excuse me. Because I meet several bands and get them to come on. This is the first time I booked a band that I've never met before they came on. All right, so I met them, and I'm like, I'm me, we're going to have a good time, and their performance was terrific. Let's get a song going on. How about it? Not sure if we're going to have Nicole. It's tough sometimes. What is up? Deadly Shadow 406 in the house. We're doing great, man. We're going to play some tunes. Stick around. Let's get some Leadpetal going on here. Leadpetal, one of these super cool bands, Lehigh Valley Band, three awesome girls that absolutely rock out. This is Glass Teeth, and this is pretty much the title song to the album. And this song rocks. About 2 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm going to play it here right now. Enjoy tonight's guest, Leadpetal. We got 4 loaded up from them, so get ready for plenty of music. This is the Yo Show. This is live Tuesday night. We'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy Glass Teeth, Leadpetal. We'll be back.
I had glass teeth. My smile
Absolutely, positively, 100% red hot. Tonight's guest, Leadpetal and Glass Teeth. I'll tell you what, tonight, you're going to see me get pretty geeked. You know I get geeked? Right? Me like killer as well. Super cool in person. Great band, a lot of cool energy. Really loved it, and they got a great sound. And I was geeked then. I was geeked to meet them. I was geeked to watch them perform. And tonight I'm going to be extra geeked, getting to kind of ask some questions, get to learn a little bit about this band. Like I said, 8:30 tonight, Leadpetal, a band that has a pretty great name in this town. A lot of people love themselves some Leadpetal. And again, a huge thank you to everybody and the artists and, of course, Darkfly. I got to hang out with them outside at Sweeney's on Sunday for a little bit, and it's great to see Jade. We haven't seen Jade in a while. Jade Schuyler. She was on the show. She did a great job. And I said to Dad, I'm like, man, she got old. He's like, yeah, it's been a couple of years already since she's been through it and playing and all. And she's really great. Everybody was great. It was great hanging out with, like I said, with Chris Greiner and hearing all his success stories, and Brent coming down, and Kensington Hotel changing their name to Jeff's Birthday Band. And as always, Eleanor Brokus killing it with another great show. She's got a lot coming up, so stick around to the Yo Show. Keep your eyes out for those great things. Another great thing we do, of course, is the Key Concert Series. And they got some great stuff coming up. A couple big shows with the Key Concert Series. I think we just mentioned the one right there with Chris Greiner. Key Concert Series, May 10th. Cosmic Arts Studio in Pottstown. Chris Greiner and Quincy Lankto will be playing the downstairs bar, second floor of the big bar, Carter Fox, along with John Boganski, Altruistic Vision, who I love. Shout out to Tim. And, we'll hear more about them later. Cat Rivers and the Second Sight. That's an incredible show, May 10th. And I'm telling you, man, if my 90-year-old grandma could do it, so can you. Come on out, May 10th. Buy your tickets. Key Concert Series. It's going to be awesome. Look forward to that. Some great bands. And we'll talk about some of that. Oh, we got news coming up a little bit later, JD, about Miss Cat Rivers. Nothing crazy. Leadpetal at 8:30. So, again, I do want to apologize. We had Nicole scheduled for tonight, and I don't know if it was a last second, oh my God, this show's so bad, there's no way I'm going on with this dude, or maybe it was a, wow, I don't know if I'll be good enough for this. Whatever. But we'll offer it. Rob, Delco James' house. I got you, dude. I'm going to give her a few more minutes to see. I messaged her. If I don't hear something from like around a little before 8:30, right before the girls come on, I'll fire some at you, bro. Because, a lot of love between me and Rob and Delco James. I wanted to get into a story real quick. And I might as well do it now while it's just me, the sports end of this thing. And I'm sure you watched the NFL draft, and I'm sure I forgot to spell check Shedeur Sanders. The NFL draft was this past week, and I love my Eagles. They had, Super Bowl champs, let a lot of guys leave that they couldn't afford to sign, and everyone's like, man, they're letting the team fall apart. There's been great drafting. Got some great players. Look forward to that. But the big story was really the day was taken over by Shedeur Sanders, of course, Deion Sanders' son, who everybody said was a lock to be one of the first couple picks, a lock to be a first-round pick, etc. Well, the first round came and went. And then the second round came and went. And then the third, and then the fourth. And this kid, they had this special room set up for him. They had all this special stuff set up for Shedeur Sanders. And he got drafted like almost near the end by the Cleveland Browns, who now have like 8 quarterbacks on their team. But you know what? The thing that gives me a little tweak is everybody's giving reasons why NFL teams didn't take him. And, of course, race is involved in that, which we hate to hear. Egos on both sides. The prank call was something else. There was even a prank call from a rival school's coach's son. I mean, know where that thing's going. That's a mess. Um, so, by the way, I still have some lingering of the flu. Excuse me if there's some moments. But to tell teams you have to take XYZ, maybe teams weren't really into this player. The Giants claimed that the interview was not well. Certain teams went certain directions. Cam Ward kind of became the overall expected number one pick, and he got that. So people were like, yeah, the NFL should make sure that Sanders is picked. This is a disgrace. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, for me, you take who you want. It's your business. It's like people will say, why don't you have so-and-so on your show? I don't think they're for my show. It's never happened because I love freaking everybody. But, that's kind of what it's like. It's their decision. It's their money. I've always said it's their money. It's their decision. Take on who you want to take on. That's the long and short of it. There really is. You have every right. You get a defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons. He found the phone number in his notes or something like that. Way to leave that around. I'm going to tell you something really funny, Derek. So, like I said, this past Sunday, great show at Sweeney's, the band Kensington Hotel, who since has changed their name to Jeff's Birthday Band, or something, changes every day. They did come together. And I was getting into it. Getting down a little bit. Even my grandmother was dancing that one a little bit. And they kind of mixed the video from Come Together to Jeff's Birthday, and I was doing a little dancing. My wife even said, like, are you kidding me? I'm like, it's my birthday. We're going to a little Beatles thing slide. Although that song, Birthday, no. Didn't get it. Didn't need it. But I will let you know, Derek, that Paul McCartney has an open invite on this show anytime. Speaking of which, Derek, while you're in the house, and we're talking about people who have an unlimited invitation to the show, Sydney Sweeney, if you're out there, you have an open invite to the program. Did you see that new, what's that Sydney Sweeney commercial? Sydney Sweeney, something Houdini. I got to find it because it's just that ridiculously awesome. The commercial's awesome, at least. Got to go to my page, check on some of my posts, scroll through. All the people wish me happy birthday are awesome. Hundreds and hundreds of people. So cool. I love you all for it. Trying to find that, the name of that commercial, because it was pretty darn good. I want to let Derek know, too, so you can find that commercial. Oh, man. I am so stinking congested. I swear to God. I'm supposed to be feeling better by now, and I am not. Oy. I can't even find it. And here it is. Sydney Sweeney Body Wash Genie is the greatest commercial ever made. So just stop making commercials. It's done. It's over. You've mastered it. As you can tell, I kind of like me some Sydney Sweeney. So, kind of forgot. Nicole is going to be a little behind us, a little late. So, all right, she said she's still going to make it. It's going to be a little late. No problem. Leadpetal at 8:30. We don't interrupt Leadpetal. But since we have a lot of topics to go, let's play another song. Got a lot of Leadpetal tonight. I got 3 more up here. Let's get one more on before they come on. Leadpetal, tonight's guest. I got to see him at Sweeney's this past Sunday. Some great songs. How about Not All Good Has Wings? Starts out as kind of a slow one, and then it shrieking rocks. Shrieking. Not All Good Has Wings. Leadpetal, tonight's guest. 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Check it out. Enjoy it. We'll be back shortly. This is the Yo Show, live Tuesday night. Yo. Thank you, my dude.
Lead me
Holy freaking moly! Yes, lead pedal. Whew, not all good has wings. Intriguing. I love it. Love the name. Love the music. Love godding. Love getting. Told you I'm getting geeked. Love getting to see them live this past weekend at Sweeney's. Kinsey King in the house. Kinsey King and the band are back in action. Oh, okay, I got you. But you getting to see them in action was super cool. Definitely. Also down now, I have a little thing to read. Yeah, we get amped. Kinsey King and the boys are back in action. Got some shows coming up. Talk about getting them on the program here. You see John Simon's, of course, in the house, and he sent me some information. Obviously, Key Concert Series, which I showed you the banner for the May 10th show. Key Concert Series is the thing that we have gotten involved with. Myself, John, Stu, and Malcolm, SRR Promotions, all great stuff. Talking about getting live shows, and John and Tim Cole does great sound work. They're going to be making some videos to kind of reach out to the fans, tell you what to expect, tell you what makes this thing pop, and even the artists, like how to help and how to share and how to do all this great stuff together to build this community. And like, I go out and people say, hey, did a great job, love your show, love the way you celebrate the artists, etc., etc., etc. And then John and I share the same passion. And man, him and Tim now, Tim Cole, a great sound guy, we all share the same passion. We want to see local artists just explode because there's so many great ones out there. No exception tonight. No exception this past weekend. There's so many good ones. Working hard, too. It's hard work. So let's root for them and let's do it for them. Our guest tonight looks like I have all three in the house. See who we get video. I got Grace. Grace, you're the only one on video. Bella's on video. Thumbs up if you ladies are ready. Man, Tara got the video in last, but the first thumbs up. All right. They're all ready. They're all here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest tonight is a fantastic trio out of the Lehigh Valley area. Got to see them this past Sunday for the first time, which shocked me because I always heard the rumors, always heard about the reputations, always heard how good. I'm like, all right, let's get out there. Not only did I get out there, met them like little fan geek, got the t-shirts. I'm wearing a t-shirt Tuesday. Let's get them the hell out here from the incredible band Leadpetal, all three. This is Bella, Grace, and Tara. And a round of applause. Bella and Tara, before you start to go, your microphones are both on mute. There we go. Bella's in. Tara's in. My man JD Wolf in the house, new fan in Minnesota. He likes what he hears. Ladies, good evening. How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
I'm great. I really am doing great. Thank you so much for asking. And I got to tell you, me and Elena do a lot of stuff together. I go to a lot of her shows, Future Star shows, Sweeney's, etc. And without me saying a word, that show ended up on my birthday. You guys were amazing. The bill was incredible, but to finally get to see Leadpetal was a birthday gift to me. So I thank you all.
Oh, well, we hope you had a happy
Aw.
birthday. It was very fun to celebrate with you.
W.
Yeah, it was very fun.
What was the W, by the way?
W is for win. That's a win.
Okay, I got it. I used to have younger co-hosts, females on, that would fill me in on what's what. And I'm a little behind now. So as you see, my birthday came. I got old. My man Michael Kedley was in the house. He had a great weekend there. And Sweeney's is pretty legendary. And I know you hail from the Lehigh Valley area. But playing a place like that, city, different atmosphere, different feel from what you're used to. A little something from each of you. Go around the table real quick. We'll start with Bella. Different feel down City Way as up there, or all pretty much just the same community?
I feel like we've traveled a lot, so I don't know if the area was too different from where we go. We go a lot of really random places. But the inside, like the actual performance area was like one of the nicer places we've been for sure. And like
Very
the
cool.
sound was amazing. So I could tell there was a lot of history in the room, so it was just cool to be there.
Awesome. Grace?
Yeah, no, same thing. The sound was amazing. And it kind of reminded me of the Nail, the way the place was
Yeah, I
set up.
loved it.
And we love the Nail too. Yeah, we played there a few times. And yeah, it was overall a great show. I mean, it's a Sunday, so who's going to come out on a Sunday? But people still came out and enjoyed us. It was nice.
I come out like except football season. But she's grown to know not to put them during football season. That's been great. Tara, how'd you feel about it? What did you think?
Yeah,
I did see one thing before you started to speak, and I don't want to cut you off. I seen you sit down at the drum set, like, oh, look at these cymbals. That was super cool. So what'd you think?
Yeah, we were using different symbols that day because the night before we had left their symbols at the other game, but it's fine. Yeah, the venue itself was pretty sweet. I'd say it's like about like 25% of what we're used to, just like a stage at a bar. The only thing that was slightly different is like usually we have a different kind of audience. I feel like not last night. It was like what, 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
They weren't. I don't think they were anticipating us.
I get that. It's a little different because, like I said in the beginning, she had a bunch of younger solo artists come out and perform, and they get like a lot of the family and family friends, and it's a little different atmosphere. Like my 90-year-old grandmother, well, my wife's grandmother was there.
Oh, really?
And my wife said, when does it get loud? I said, right around here, right around like Leadpetal. And she's there listening, and she's like, I'm like, Grandma, I'm your age. She goes, these girls are really good. Like, all right. So then, absolutely, that's cool. And I said, I anticipated, and when you three walk in, you know who you are without even knowing who you are. You walk in, you got a little bit of a cool little strut going on. I'm like, there's Leadpetal. You do. You're cool.
I'm glad I'm perceived like that. Wow.
The guitars on our back give it away, I think.
I'm nervous.
A little bit.
Like, where do I need to be? Where do I need to put my stuff?
You guys walked in like you owned the place. I was pretty impressed.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
I get fan geeked. I was like so excited and anticipating and meeting you. And like I said, I bought the shirt right away. I'm wearing it on the show.
I see that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Get yours. All the links are down the bottom. Follow these girls. Buy the shirt. They're freaking awesome. But let's talk about, speaking of awesome stuff, the new album and the song Glass Teeth, of course. And fantastic work, by the way. We played Glass Teeth here earlier. And then we also played Not All Good Has Wings. Tell us, first of all, about Glass Teeth, what the song means to all of you, and a little background behind this excellent single.
Bella, that's you.
Oh, you, Bella.
I'm not calling anybody out. It's your time. Jump in.
Okay. Well, Glass Teeth was originally written like a bunch of nightmares that I had. Like
Ooh.
all the lyrics in the song are actual real nightmares, like the spiders, not being able to get killed. Terrifying.
All right, I get
So,
that.
like, all of that existed up here at some point. So I don't really know how, like, the glass teeth itself and like the imagery was from like a dream I had where I was like biting something and like my teeth were just falling apart and like
Oh,
I woke up thinking I had like no teeth left. It was horrible.
that's like my number one peeve nightmare. As a matter of fact, anything eating glass. Oh God,
Yeah, it was not a good dream. But because I started writing on my notes app like all my nightmares because I was like, what is up? Like, what's this? So I kind of just like scrolled through that one day and was like, these are kind of some cool imagery pieces here. Why not do something with it? And I don't remember for this specific song how I put it to the riff or the riffs, but I think I just made a good riff and then I paired it with the imagery of the dreams. So
it's pretty cool. And that's where I kind of turned to both Tara and Grace together because the deep bass, the drumming, the darker undertone of like a nightmare song, fantastic. Did it take a lot of time? We're just like, yeah, we got it. For this song, we got the beat because it's freaking perfect.
Oh, thank you.
I think that song was one of the ones that took the least amount of time to.
I could tell it's like right to the point. It's really precise.
Yeah. What about you, Grace?
Yeah, I mean the riff, like, Bella comes to us with the riff, and then we're just like, oh, this song wrote itself. Like it's because that's all the song is that riff over and over, and then like the chorus is a little different, but it moves. It's not we don't have to do much around it to make it work, which is the beauty of a good riff, which is all Bella knows how to do. So
No, it's pretty easy. It's literally just 2, 0, 3, and then it's like just descending and going back up. So it's pretty
the
easy.
song, like the meaning of the song is so ironic now, or not, well, not the meaning of it, but the name of it. There was a little bit of irony because during the release weekend, so during the release weekend, it was like we had 4 shows that weekend, and then at the last show in Reading, there was like, it was a basement show, and there was a at a place called Gnome Hutch, which is, we love them, they're awesome. But there was like some sort of, you know, dancing mosh pit going on right in front of us, and somebody knocked into Bella's mic, and her mic like hit her teeth, and she chipped her tooth. So
yeah.
Okay, glad.
last teeth, like we manifested this.
We
I'm
kind of
sorry.
manifested that. Unfortunately,
Okay.
still have to go to my appointment for that.
Oh my god. Which is why I guess Tara, it's better to be the drummer and be all the way back, right?
Yeah, like, I'm safe and sound. Actually, it's funny because usually, like when we're at shows, I'm the one in the pit.
Yes, it's true.
Can confirm.
I can't I don't like to share my age. I'm probably about as old as the 3 of you combined. And I was in a pit a couple weeks ago at the Sherman Theater up Stroudsburg.
Oh yeah.
I saw Wednesday 13, Nail Bite, and
Oh, sick.
oh god, I forgot the last name. Somebody help me in the Mixie Demner. I forgot the name of her band. I'm gonna kill myself here. But anyway, I didn't really mean to go in the pit, but Mixie's like, all right, let's get a pit going, and I turn, and girls, I tell you, right in the nose, lip area, just somebody's fist, foot, whatever it was, right there. I sympathize. But do you encourage it at your shows? Like, not the fist, not the contact, but a little bit of.
Well,
you know?
we encourage. We love dancing and moshing. We love when people are like jumping around and stuff. But we really try not to advocate for like crowd killing and people like hurting each other, because like I've gotten the wind knocked out of me at shows, and I'm like, dude, like I have to go play a set. Like I'm like, you know, like I didn't ask to be part of it, but no, I mean we love when people are dancing and moshing up front. It's just
I've gotten roundhouse kicked before, man. Not even being in the pit, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's just excessive. You know what I mean? Like pushing and shoving to a certain extent. You're like, yeah, that's fun. That's cool. Do that. Get into it. But as soon as you start throwing, at least for our shows and the vibes that we're into, as soon as you start throwing fists, like or roundhouse kicking, like
roundhouse kicking. Gonna say no.
Yeah, like I'm
first. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry.
I was just gonna say about our photographer.
Yeah.
At the first show of the release weekend, we were in a church. We were in a church attic, and we had we hired a photographer, like one of our friends, to come and take pictures, and there was this pit that opened up, and somebody slammed into him, and he fell over the sound table.
Oh my
and
god!
Knocked down like the guy's like I don't know, it was like a laptop and whatever, fell on top of it. But it was funny because that's like the second show that it's happened to him. That like it was like my show or whatever, and I had invited him, and I was like, I'm so sorry, like So then I made an announcement while we were up there playing. I was like, hey, please don't hit the people with the important equipment. Nobody listened, and they just still, they do their thing. But
it's crazy. It's because like I love a good mosh pit. I love a good like I'm the old fashioned mosh, I guess. Like the jumping up and down, the side.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm not about the let's hurt each other, let's make each other bleed. Like that doesn't.
I think there's a time and a place for it. Not where we're at though.
Yeah, not right. A pedal show.
There's definitely crowds for that, but you got to know where you are.
Yeah, and that's really good. And one of our good friends of late is American Mosh Pits. They film, they got websites, they go around and do mosh pits. And some of them I'm like, I don't know, dude, not for me. But like I said, there is a little difference. There's a time and a place. Learn your crowd. Especially when you see a guy with gray in his beard, don't punch him in the face.
Yeah, or like a lot of younger people or like a lot of women.
Shorter people.
So if you're a big guy, you got to know if your leg is spinning, if it hits someone, if it makes contact, you're going to really hurt somebody. So you got to be aware of your body, maybe.
But it's usually like the tinier guys that swing the fist because they want to make their room. Like the big dudes are like, oh, I'm just going to push. The little dudes are flailing because they got to make their space. Am I right?
Yeah, they're like, I can't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
That's pretty
Good
accurate.
Well,
I guess the person that I got roundhouse kicked by wasn't the largest person in the world.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's funny.
When it comes to feet and fists, you see why. So, what I really love about the approach of your music, you actually went ahead and attacked an album, which a lot of bands, it's single, 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 and let's get the singles out to social media. And like Bella, you said old fashioned mosher, your approach is a little bit old fashioned in a great way. You're like, oh, fuck it, we're making an album, we're putting it out, we're giving you everything. We'll start around the room again. Tara, how does it feel to actually create a full album over just, okay, let's sprinkle a single here and there?
What was the
Tara, I asked about like the process of creating an album and the thrill of making an album over just sticking singles out on social media and waiting and spacing.
Yeah, that's all you got.
We started with you, and you faulted yourself. So
If you don't want to answer,
I'm just slow.
no, you're not.
I have a big opinion on this because
All
I really pushed for releasing an album over just doing singles because I feel like whenever I have a band that I like a local band, and they're like, "Oh, we're putting out music. I'm like, "Oh, great! Like, I can't wait." And then it's a single. I'm like, "Okay, I can like put this on a playlist, and like I love it, but like I can only play the song so many times."
you
And
got
it's like,
6 months to wait, right?
Yeah, and we're like, we have 9 songs ready to be recorded. Like, why even wait? Like, I was like, it's more fun, I think, to just like 2 weeks before be like, by the way, we have an album and it's coming out. Because then once it's out, like, people can listen, and it's not like you have one song you can go back to. Like, we did have a single. We had Citizen Down up for a while, but then we were like, let's just that was like over a year ago that we had that out.
Wow.
And a different studio, different group of people. So we were like, let's just do. I like when we release an album or when bands release albums because then you just have more and you don't have an excuse to forget about them, I think.
God, that is the right answer. We'll get Bella's opinion and Tara's opinion, but Grace, I love that answer.
Thank you.
I would say, yeah, the same thing that Grace said. Like, I hate when people are like, music coming soon, and then they promote it for a month with all these like videos, and then you finally hear it and it's like underwhelming, and then you're waiting for the rest of their better stuff. So we kind of took that approach, but like she said, we had the songs like ready to go. I'm kind of like at the stage of my life where I'm also ready to go. Like, I want to get things done. I want to like put ourselves out there. So, and I also am kind of like the opinion of like, who cares what everyone else is doing in the scene, or like,
Yeah, all right.
like, we'll do our own thing. Like, screw it. Like, here's an album. Merry Christmas. Like, here's 9 songs.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
I just liked that, and plus we were like creatively like all working really well together. So what would be the point of waiting like longer and dragging it out? Like, we were like really working well together.
That's awesome. You two, you three really do work together. I love the sound. It's almost to me like the pristine, perfect kind of band that I look for. And I'll go with this, Tara. I'll start this for you this time. Trios are coming up a lot, and we were joking around the audience calling you guys the female Lady White Rat. Shout out to them, by the way. You're like the female Lady White Rat, and I'm like, you know what? That's kind of cool.
I love those guys.
Me too. I absolutely.
Let me just say this. I'm a big
Go ahead.
White Rat.
We love them.
We've done many shows with them. I went to college with those guys.
Awesome.
Rat metal.
Awesome dudes.
They've been on the show a couple times already.
Really?
We got a shout out in her album sleeve, and I was like, oh.
Aw.
And but I like that. I like the trio thing. I like that. And like I said, when I said you guys, the female Lady White Rat, a few people were like, yeah, I kind of see that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the first Leadpetal though.
Right, exactly. Tara, a trio, does it seem like more of a perfect size, you think? Like trios are better, it's easier to work and get things done?
It's definitely easier to get things done. Definitely easier to schedule things. I have, this is like my first time being in like a legitimately gigging band, but I've been in like larger ensembles or, just in like even like larger friend groups where like you can't get anything done because there's so many schedules to get around. So yeah, I think we get a lot done because you only have to balance it between the three of us.
Pretty good. We'll go to Grace.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm involved in a few other bands that are larger, like up to 5 people at a time, and it can be pretty. It's hard to schedule rehearsals, but it's even harder to schedule gigs. And it's it just slows everything down. It makes everything kind of just take a lot longer. So it's nice to just have 3 people that are motivated and interested in the same thing, and yeah, it makes everything a lot easier. And I feel like it also allows us to like create an image of ourselves a lot easier of like what we want Leadpetal to be. And there's not too many. I mean, there's of course there's differing opinions because we're 3 different people, but it's not 5 different people. So.
Right. I guess it makes it easier for everybody to do their part, and you all do your parts so very well. And it's kind of the way that I said when I compare you to other local bands. Usually, somebody compares it to somebody on the national scene, blah blah blah. I'm like, nah, right here at home. The 3-piece I love. It for some reason it just comes out louder, harder, cleaner. Do you agree?
I think so. I think you have to be more aggressive when you're a 3-piece because I've seen bands, like some of my favorite bands have 2 guitarists, so they automatically have that wall of sound.
Okay.
And they do sound a little bit better and more refined maybe because they just have that extra guitar. So like if one person's a little off, you can't even tell in the audience. But if something happens with my guitar, like you can hear it, you can tell.
True.
So like there's that. But I feel like being a 3-piece, you're just like a little team. It's just like you and the stage and like the crowd. So it makes it easy to kind of lock in and be on the same page.
Yeah, and I feel like every time that we have seen other trios perform, like they're always the ones that were like, "Yeah, you got it."
Yeah.
Like we, like you said, Lady White Rat. We also have played with Big Handsome recently, which is
Okay,
another
yeah.
like hard hitting 3-piece.
So good.
It gives. I mean, as a bassist, I feel like it gives me more room to like do more interesting things too. Because like if I'm in a 5-piece band and I'm playing bass, I'm like I need to be at the bottom, like I need to be holding it down together. But then like with Leadpetal, I'm like, oh, I can like mess around and like we can like do like some fun things and like change it up a little bit, and it's gives us all more space to experiment with our sound.
I love the rusty nail, but a 5-piece is uncomfortable with the rusty nail. Terry, you had a thought you wanted to jump in with, so go ahead.
We were just talking about other 3-pieces, and in every single interview we do, I always have to shout out Pucker Up because they're my favorite. They're my favorite, and they're a 3-piece, and they kill it. They kill it. They take up the sound, and they sound freaking good, man.
I admire them so much. They're up in Scranton, and they're on a tear. They're really good.
I like that. I like that a lot, and I like getting names from bands because the dream of mine, and everybody says, well, I don't know if it'll work. I've got this dream of finding an outdoor venue, getting a weekend together with vendors and food trucks and festivals, and just having a gigantic Pennsylvania area, Jersey too, they're welcome, but it's like a 2-day festival of just all you indie local bands just absolutely killing it. It is a dream. I see it in my sleep. I obsess about the thought. Do you guys think you can pull that off? Like, is that something you dream about, like festival play, or you just kind of like making your way around?
We've played at a festival or two, on one outdoor festival, but a bunch of indoor festivals.
Oh yeah, we played at the Scranton Horror Fest, yeah, and we're
that was a cool. Honestly, I like it.
Yeah.
I love being outside, and I love
Okay.
playing music. So to combine those two things, that's cool.
I love
I'm
it.
with
You
that.
put me in a box, I'd play in the box. Like, I'll play anywhere. I'm like the cat in the hat. I'll play in the air. I'll play outside. Play inside.
And it's one of the things I love myself. But a lot of bands that have come on here, and you ask them, like, oh, your dream hall, your dream this, your dream that. And a lot of them like, look, if 2 people are there and we're booked, we're playing, and we want to just kick those 2 people's like ass. We want them to feel the experience. Whether it's 200, 2,000, we want everybody to feel the experience. I like that. Do you look at that? Do bands, and I've never asked any band this before, but do bands look in the crowd and say, okay, who do we got?
Yeah, I feel like I mean, our mentality is really like we're gonna like play the heck out of it no matter where we are. You know, like we played I mean, our release show, I don't know how many people were there. There were a lot of, I mean, it wasn't just us. There were 4 other bands, but it was a great turnout. And we'll go from playing that to playing, we played a venue in Spring City like a while ago where we played to legitimately one drunk man.
One person.
And he was heckling us the whole time. And we're like, oh, we're going to play. Like, we're going to play. Like, it's, you know, like it's, because no matter what, like, we're doing our best. We're trying. You never know who that one person is. You know, you never know who's in the crowd, and you know, it's always. I find that it's really rewarding when we also like. There's somebody in the crowd that like we don't really think about that like we're not noticing or anything, and then they come up to us afterwards and they're like they come to the table and they're like, hey, like I really loved your set and like I want to start a band and like you guys are really inspiring me and like. Do it, you know, like it's yeah.
That's pretty cool though, and I guess Tara being a little closer to the back part, again being the drummer. Do you ever take notice? Do you look and see, all right, who's out there and who's moving to what?
Yeah, being a 3-piece, I still get a pretty good view. And a lot of the venues we play at, we're pretty up the front and center. You know, like we're like face to face with these dudes. You know,
yeah,
crowd.
Now, you had, one of you had mentioned heckled, and it's a question that I used to ask this question a lot, and people said, you know, it's past that, but not really. Being an all-female band, do you think people automatically are on the attack?
We've, go ahead, Tara.
Attack isn't necessarily how I'd put it. Overly friendly, maybe.
Oh, okay. Kind of the opposite.
Huh?
Kind of the opposite of what I thought. Like I figured they're always out to, you know, overly critique.
At least in my experience, I see a lot of like people like giving us more attention than they would a male band, which I can appreciate people being nice and enthusiastic and supportive, but it's also like you wouldn't ask a male band member from the previous band to give you a hug, you know? So
yeah, okay.
Give you a hug. Unless you're somebody that we like know, you know, unless you're somebody that we know or that we're familiar with or like friends with, and that's a different story. But if you're just a stranger that's coming up to us randomly, it's a bit of a different story. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah, we've experienced that. We've experienced like random like guys thinking they can come up to our band and like or like on stage or like at the merch table and just like put their arm around us and like they're our friend, you know, and it's like like I'm playing a show, man. Like, you know, it's like I'm in the same like I'm you know, it's I would say overly nice in the way that it's like what's your motive? Like what's going on? But I also do think that we've gotten like we're not always taking it seriously. Like we've had we've had a decent amount of instances booking with working with other bands or like with bookers that don't take us as seriously as some of the other bands that we've been on the bill with, and we're like, why?
Right.
We had some random positionings at certain shows, and it's like I think we're a little bit more experienced than that, maybe. But also, I feel like they were both saying like, I agree with both. Like sometimes, like Tata was saying, like people will like touch you in ways you don't want at a show. Like, who are you? You know, like that's weird.
Yeah.
Who raised you? And then also be a little more like critical, I guess. Like I read all the comments. Like if I search up our videos, I make sure I want to see what people. I'm like, do they like my riffs? And then it's like, oh, they're commenting on our bodies or like something unrelated to the art we're putting out. It's kind of weird. And then people will try to be like, I have connections and try to get me to get their number so many times. And it's like always like older people. It's really pretty creepy. But I'm like, what connections? Like, yeah, sure, email us. And then they never.
Yeah. Or sometimes unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that
I
one.
had somebody explain my amp to me once, which was pretty funny. I just let him talk.
Yeah, I've had people come up to my amp and switch the settings while as I'm about to start playing. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I've been playing bass for 11 years. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Like,
yeah, pretty sure you do, and it shows on stage. And it's kind of funny because excuse me, doing what I do here, like I said, it's Sweeney's. There was younger artists, teenagers performing with their family there. Usually, I go to the family first and say, "Hey, I do this. I'm interested in having your son, daughter, etc. come on my show," and I let them do the approval. Can you imagine like me strolling up to like some young girl, be like, "Hey there, so I got this podcast." You'd be like, "Okay,
That's
dude,
what it's like.
no way, right?" And it was
Yeah.
kind of, and I don't remember because I was so in the adrenaline of the moment. I don't know if I hugged when I met you or handshook. I forget, but I almost felt like, okay, we've got a
Not a
not a
stranger.
connection.
You're
Well,
not.
okay, well, thank you,
Stranger.
Yeah, you're
We
not
know
on the
who you
chopping
are.
block here.
thank
We're
you.
talking about the drunk dudes at shows that are just like sloppily like.
I like
you
a
know what
yeah,
Nice
Oh,
to meet
God.
you. Yeah. Like, what?
great music. Like, all right, bro.
Uh-huh.
But I always say like, God, I've been doing this probably like 8 or 9 years, and between the two nights for like 500 or 600 episodes, I call everybody that comes on here family. Like you're now Yosho family to me because I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you sharing and talking about. God, the half hour already flew by. If you have a few more minutes, I just want to
Dang.
talk a little bit longer. But yeah, but I knew it was going to because I was so amped between, like I said, first meeting you and emailing you and having you all agree to come on. That was awesome to me. And then getting to see you, being my birthday, and the performance was outstanding. So I knew it was going to be quick. I know it was going to get geeked. It's going to fly by. But I really do. I enjoy everything that the three of you do. I do want to know real quick how you all met. I know you said you went to school with certain bands and all that, and I know how colleges can make or break bands of that age. Like, we're going to go to college, never come back, or hey, we're going to meet more people in college. How did the three of you meet?
So we started as Bella and we met originally. We were part of a fundraiser for the organization Lehigh Valley Girls Rock, which is an organization up in the valley that does like kids camps, like rock
Okay.
camps for young girls and trans and non-binary youth. And they're amazing. And they ran a program where adults would join a random band. Like we submitted a Google form, I think, and like, filled out our information and what we played, how much experience we had, and they paired us up. So Bella and I were put in a band with a few other people. And I heard Bella play once and I was like, hey, you want to be in my band? I was like, please. And then, so we did pretty well in the fundraiser. We won the recording time, which is how we released the first single. And then Bella and I just wanted to take it further. And then Tata was actually a singer. She sang with a cover band, like an emo cover band that I was in at the time at her university. And so none of us went to school together. This was just like, I was just there. And I heard through somebody that she played drums. And I was like, hey, do you want to join my band? I cornered her in the Shorty's bar bathroom.
Shorty's bathroom.
Shout out to Shorty.
And the rest is history.
We still have to sign our names in that Shorty's bathroom. I
We
think.
do.
This is true.
We owe it to Shorty's bathroom.
Absolutely. Make your mark. Love Drafts used to be in Mechanicsburg. Great big brewery, and a lot of great bands played there, and they had the wall of stickers, the window of stickers. Everybody put their sticker on the bathroom mirror. I wonder where that mirror went now they relocated. I want that mirror with all them stickers. That's freaking great. Who are some of your idols? Who are some bands that you like, that you kind of take after, that inspire you?
Bella, you should start.
Yeah, that's
Because we each have different ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna probably forget some because every time somebody asks me this question, it's like when they ask your favorite movie and you're like suddenly never
Yeah.
So I'm influenced by a lot of heavier rock. So my riffs are inspired by a lot of Alice in Chains. I love their harmonies. Nirvana was the reason I picked up a guitar, and I started pretty late, so just Kurt writing simple riffs, me learning all of them, and being like, maybe I can do this, was empowering. But my little journey kind of went Metallica, Van Halen, Black Sabbath, L7, Heart, just combining all the different influences of what I liked, and putting it together. And but I'm musically I'm influenced by a lot like classical. I love the Beatles and like heavy melody things and things that are
Okay.
like memorable, like they stick in your head. So I combine all of that when I try to make catchy songs.
That's excellent. I'll be kind because obviously you've not watched this podcast. I'm not a big Beatles guy, and I get hell for that so
That's okay.
often. Um, let's go around the room. Let's go to Grace. Some of your bands you like, inspire, who you're into.
So my favorite types of bands are like drum and bass duos. So my favorite bands are Royal Blood and Death from
Nice.
Above 1979. They're like I listen to them all the time. But the band that got me to really pick up bass was My Chemical Romance. I love, like, I know that like they get written off as like emo all the time, but I feel like they're nothing of the sort. I mean, they're like post-hardcore, like theatrical rock, and I love them more than anything. They're like, I always say that they're my biggest inspiration, and I'm going to see them in August, and I'm going to
Wow.
freak out about it. And that's my story.
That's a pricey ticket, so hats off to you for that, man.
Yeah,
I looked at ticket prices. I'm like, wow.
I saved up. Yeah, but them and growing up, it was like the Foo Fighters and like pretty much anything Dave Grohl did, Nirvana, and yeah, I was a big Dave Grohl girl growing up.
Awesome. Tara?
I'm a big fan of the riot girl genre. So like Bikini Kill, Bramobile,
Nice.
also some of the more modern ones like Vile. I don't know if the Uzis necessarily fall in that exact genre, but you know, just I like the sound of girls screaming. It just hits different. You know, it just breaks the chord in me that a man screaming cannot.
I'm with that. And
Yeah, good.
yeah. Like I said, when I talk about, like, we have a lot of female artists here. We celebrate them. We love them. A lot of the female screamers, you know, we've had probably like 8 or 9 of them, like Lena Scissorhands and Molly Rennick and people like that who can dominate screaming. And we love stuff like that. And I think, I love how it's accepted now. I don't know if you, the three, you see it as accepted as I do. I say, you know, now a band is a band. I don't give a shit who, like, and I was told this by Lena Scissorhands. Female lead is not a genre. I'm like, ooh, okay, right?
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
Yes. So funny. Like I hope people hear the music and they're, you know, we're not the girl Nirvana, girl whatever. I hope that they hear it and they're like, this is a good song. This is a bop, you know. And it's so funny. Like I always talk about, like for me, I don't want to speak for everyone, but for me personally, I have such like a interesting relationship with like obviously being a woman in a band and like having that outlet for people that need the representation, but also not wanting to pigeonhole myself and like only being known for like being that. So it's interesting, but I just try to be the best at my music and what I do.
I like it. I would say this, and I say this to everybody that comes on, and I always say, I use the phrase rock star. And they're like, nah, look, you write music that's being heard around the nation through YouTube and Apple Music and all that, and you get on stage and perform in front of people like you do with that talent, you're a fucking rock star. It doesn't make a difference. It's not about the count. It's not about the numbers or the albums sold, none of that. It's about being able to freaking do it and do it well. And you three, I got to tell you, one of my absolute favorite bands, and I don't say local, I say the world, because like I said, again, your music is out there. YouTube and Apple Music, one of my favorite bands in the world. Can't wait to see you again. And I'd love to invite you back on soon, because this album is just off and running, and I'm sure you already have another one in the works. Am I correct?
Oh
New
yeah,
songs.
new songs. I've been very inspired lately, so the riffs are flowing, as they say.
I love that. The three of you, and in my eyes, just look like the perfect trio. You, like I said, you all feed off each other very well. You perform great. You're all having fun up there. Big smiles. Super smart answers and great opinion. I love it. And I ran you so late, but I'm going to let you go. A massive thank you to Leadpetal for not only getting to see you Sunday, being part of my birthday, man, because that meant a lot. Whether you knew you were originally or not, you ended up being that, and it was a major piece. Bella, Tara, Grace, thank you, ladies, so much. We're going to play more of your music after we let you go. But I want to remind everybody, you can find Leadpetal, do a little work. Instagram, Leadpet4. Oh, I love that. Leadpetal spelled with
Yes,
number
the A was
4.
taken.
I figured that too. Linktree, that's spelled wrong. It's Linktree backslash lead pedal. The brand new, yeah, I blew that one. The brand new album Glass Teeth is out right now on Apple Music and Spotify and YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel. I subscribed tonight. I love it. I'm a massive fan. I don't want to let you leave. I just want to keep kissing your ass because you're so damn good. And to finally see you. I know, I'm horrible at goodbyes. I'm horrible at stopping my rambles. Mike, thanks, bro. He got to check his out as well. But I'm going to thank you again and have yourself a great night. We'll be in touch real soon. My own round of applause.
Thank
Lead
you.
Thanks
pedal.
for having
Thank
us.
you.
Absolutely. Have a great night, ladies.
Thank you.
You too.
You too.
And gentlemen, be kind. These are artists, not Paul Toys. Damn it. Lead Pedal, absolutely incredible. Like I said, when I finally got the opportunity to see them, I was blown away. And I kind of knew what to expect from what you see on YouTube. But as a lot of people tell you, seeing it on YouTube and experiencing it firsthand, very different. And my man Mike Kennedy, who's in the house here, showed up Sunday for my birthday to hang out and have some drinks. And he said, what a kind of experience, what you experience when you find these bands. And he was enjoying it too. Like, there's some people that really are excellent performers, and you like to see them live. I agree, Kinsey King. Love those girls. Great band. I was so damn excited. And not only that, they played, and right behind them was Darkfly. And I got a Darkfly shirt here somewhere too. And I love them. Now, we talk about trios, and how trios make great sound. And then Darkfly comes down. They're like six piece, I think. Great day all around that with Sweeney's and a great band, Lead Pedal. One more time, you can find Lead Pedal, Instagram. They said the A was taken, so they made their own A. Lead Pedal, spelled with a 4 instead of an A. Lead Pedal. Linktree, that I managed to spell wrong. Linktree, backspace Lead Pedal. Their website's up there. All kind of information. Brand new album, Glass Teeth, is out now. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Check them out. We're going to play another song from them, as a matter of fact. And they mentioned this one during the interview. Citizen Down. Oh, or do I want to play River Styx? I want to play River Styx. This song freaking rocks. I love this song. I love this band. Tonight's guest, Lead Pedal. From their new album, Glass Teeth. This is River Styx. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. We'll be back live Tuesday night. This is the You Show.
And we're gone off, the sun is close and now I fall. Burn my broken heart, just rip it up, it's turned to stone and now it's dust. No, don't turn back, I made it this far down and now you're gone, I hear a hellish laugh.
Absolutely sensational. River Styx is the song. Leadpetal. Tonight's guest is the band. Awesome stuff. We did hear from Nicole. Nicole did get stuck behind tonight. No problem. We will welcome her on any time. We love our guest co-host, and we love everybody who comes on and helps us out. Like I said, tomorrow night, do not forget, we do have another one for you. We're right back here, 8 o'clock, with the Normal Colleagues. That band will be here. Delco Jams will be in the house. Guest co-host, Rob, and I think we're going to Rob and Mandy. Not sure. But anyway, great video filmers, great media people, podcast hosts. They're fun here also. Another killer guest. Well, no, thank you, dude. I mean, it means a lot to me, JD. And you were there for my birthday and the great time we had here on the show for my birthday. And we're going to have a great time. We have a great time every night here. I love coming in and doing this. And, of course, tomorrow night with Delco James, Rob said, hey, man, it's time for us to come back. It sure is, because as you know, and as we said earlier, we are a proud partner of Delco James, and vice versa. Proud partner of the Yo Show, and we enjoy it. We love bringing people content, be it their videos, be it my show or our show, and we do it together. And the bands we find, we're out looking at different bands. He's got some that I never heard of, and vice versa. And we've turned each other on to different bands like Return of Crab, and of course the bands like Milo Sky. We mesh them. We say, hey, check this one out. You check this one out. And Rob and Mandy do great work. They're there. They're up front, man, but they're not like pushing their way in all media and on camera. They just kind of sway in and just get excellent filming and usually plug into the house audio. This way they get great music mixed into their videos as well. Triple Rail Turn, I know, is a big one for you, Derek, and they're great. I love seeing their videos. I gotta see them live. I love the whole makeup of that band, male and female, and the fiddle playing, and just great stuff. A band that we definitely would like to check out as well. We got a lot going on in the show, and I want to kind of already give you the who's coming up, and then we'll do a few topics. But we're talking about who's coming up, and we're starting, of course, tomorrow night with the Normal Colleagues. And they're good. They really are. They're a great band. I'm really looking forward to speaking with them. Again, through the magic of social media, you find these bands, you're like, let's give them a shot. Tomorrow night, the Normal Colleagues with Delco James, co-host. May 6th, Cherry Blue. Another excellent band. Can't wait to have them on the program. We got so much going on. May 7th, our good friends over at Core PR bring us a lovely country singer, Lily Grace. More? Oh, God, yeah, there's more. May 13th, Mallcore is in the house. Nice hard rock band with a little bit of Christian rock as Cherry Blue, indeed, coming on the program. Happy to have that one set up. Excited for that one. Mallcore, May 13th. Josh Redding and the dudes, we're looking very forward to that. May 14th, a rescheduled Stormy Maya is in the house. Of course, our good friends at the Rub PR, who do great things with adult content, adult artists, and also Stormy, who is a great model, kind of a hardcore singer in her own right, super cool, love her. May 14th, the rescheduled Stormy Maya. May 21st, another great band that we found through the magic of social media, the awesome Calamity Joy will be here on May 21st. May 27th, super cool band, the Weekend Lesbians will be in the house. May 28th, we twist it a little bit. We go back to authors and poets with the lovely Miss Caitlin Lucas. That's May 28th. We got more. Oh, don't go away. June 3rd, the super cool band Verona Rose hits our program. They just announced yesterday, as their brand new EP begins to drop, we welcome back our good friends from Astro Fails. June 4th, we're going to talk about their upcoming CD release show at Harrah's. That's also, I don't know if I'm allowed to say who's on the bill yet, but a giant bill. Great friends of ours, Astrofells, another great friends of ours band will be appearing with them at the CD release party June 4th. We'll talk all about that. Talk about another great release. How about our good friends from King Cherry, B and Rachel Bello back June 10th. They've got a brand new EP dropping, King Cherry, on the program. June 11th, Stephanie Grace, an awesome artist, and she agreed to switch stage because I kind of forgot. I kind of lined up the Astrofells thing June 4th with Stephanie, and she said, no problem, I'll take the 11th. We love you for it. Just announced today. I just got this one today. You want to talk about an amazing artist, an amazing band. Yeah, the word just came out today, June 18th on our program, the one and only Miss Cat Rivers. Cat Rivers, and the second site will be right here on the O Show. Stoked, love them. They're a terrific band. Definitely worth seeing, definitely worth hearing and getting the details of the story, because I'm very, very anxious to find out the whole story about Kat's journey here and how she found this band, because we're all just amazing artists together. And July 1st, we just got this one last night. Ashley from the band New Dilemma. Ashley is her lead singer. New Dilemma is a very cool band, and we will speak to her July 1st. Oh, dude, King Sherry, yes. Rachel and B are out there killing it. Got out to Arizona Bike Week where they opened for Stone Temple Pilots. They got this brand new EP coming. Their band is making waves. As you know, Rachel used to be a Philadelphia girl. So we talked about, hey, man, coming back to the area sometimes. Like next time we're in the area, I'll see if we can get everybody and play somewhere around here. I'm talking Harris Chester. We're trying to find a spot. Stay tuned for details, as they say, to the O Show. Yeah, but that is what we got lined up, man. We got a couple great months worth of stuff to go. We're coming towards the end of April. We're already got stuff going on in July. That's how we do it here at the O Show. Our little emojis, the thumbs up from our good friends at Modern Yesterday. Talk about a really cool band. I remember them from just little kids. Now they're growing and performing and branching out and doing other things. The great Modern Yesterday, loved them since the first day. And they came on the program and it was just an excellent chat. Worked the whole setup here perfectly. Love them. Modern Yesterday. Luther Metzger Sr., talk about great musicians in the house. Thank you, dude, for the emoji. And, of course, Derek Feldman. Thank you very much, my dude. Love to meet them play with King Sherry, because we're trying to get Rachel back to her roots, man. And she told me on this program when it was her first podcast she ever did here a few years back. And she said she's got things lined up to make a move to push this career further. And I'd be goddamn if she did not. Made her way out to Arizona, met the gang from Hollywood Gods and Monsters. B was a part of that band as well, and they got along, and they ended up forming an awesome relationship to this band, doing it the right way, doing great things. And we love that. We love that for our people. We do. Let's play one more song. Who's got one more song in them? We do. We got one more Leadpetal. Citizen Down is the tune. They mentioned it earlier. It's one of their early ones. I love it. I love this whole album. The dogs love the album too. They're never going nuts. Leadpetal. Glass Teeth is the album. The song is Citizen Down. We'll be back in a few minutes. This is the O Show. We are live Tuesday night.
The tree of liberty. It is in water. It is in water. Ooh, all these faces that I see. It's somebody's daughter. It's somebody's daughter. They don't care about your family. They don't think you have a soul. The only thing they care about are those Benjamins in a row. Everything's gonna be okay. Be okay. Okay, everything's gonna be okay. We're not gonna back down yet. Your bloody hands that I never can forget. We're not gonna back down yet. Your bloody hands that I never can forget. Everything's gonna be okay, be okay, be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. What fills up the pockets we can't see? It isn't water, it isn't water. Why can't we afford to live in ease? It shouldn't be hard, it shouldn't be hard. They don't care about your family, they don't think you have a soul. The only
the hell is
thing
that
they
song?
care about are those Benjamins in a row. Everything's gonna be okay, be okay, be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. We're not gonna back down yet. Your bloody hands that I never can forget. We're not gonna back down yet. Your bloody hands that I never can forget. Everything's gonna be okay, be okay, be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. We're not gonna back down yet. Your bloody hands that I never can forget. We're not gonna back down yet. Your bloody hands that I never can forget.
With a little bit of too much of me involved. I am so sorry. Leadpetal, Citizen Down, our awesome guest tonight, played 4 great songs from them. It's a good thing I'm subdued, so I'm still not feeling great, because usually when the songs are on, I'm puffing vapes, and guzzling beers, and jumping up and down like an idiot. Sometimes. But yeah, man, great band. And the answer, Jason, tonight, Yard's Summer Crush is in the house, because my summer crush is music. A lot of it. Friday night. I didn't make a banner for it, but Friday night, Bryn Athen, our good friends, are back at Sweeney's. One of those Bryn Athen nights, I'm telling you, they roll heavy in that place, because all their college friends in that college scene come out and check out Bryn Athen. That's Friday night. Their stuff all weekend. Saturday, our good friends at Steal the Night are playing the Royal over in Glenside. Love the Royal. Love Steal the Night. Sunday, another great Eleanor Broca's show. The Grimjacks are one of the bands on that bill Sunday. So I'm going to be busy with music. And you see me kind of, I don't know how badly I rocked out. I'm going to check it later and probably be really embarrassed because, you know, I look goofy when I'm not talking about this. Let's see what we got. I guess Cheyenne doesn't want anything to do with me, Jeff. I asked her why she didn't respond to my Instagram post, and she just said she doesn't want to talk to me. Aww. Sure, she meant that in the nicest of ways. Cheyenne's a wonderful person, but she is just so busy. Really busy. She does a lot, man. She does a lot of work. And we admire her for it. Sunday's show was amazing. Thank you, Brent. I'm glad you came out, and I'm glad you had a good time. And I just want to reiterate the lineup and who to thank, because it was just that awesome. We had such a good time with it. Let's get Brent's comment out of the way first. There we go. Boop. Again, Leadpetal was on the show tonight. Tonight's guest, Sophia Wilson, Kensington Hotel, Justina Urso, Jade Schuyler, Dark Fly, of course. Man, what a show. I miss Brent. Everybody misses Brent. When Brent's not there, we miss Brent. Even Hernecka was happy to see Brent. Everybody always gets happy to see Brent. You know, actually takes awesome pictures. He has a great time. And why not? Brent, Delco James. I'm fortunate enough to hang out with 3 awesome people in video and photo and creating. It's great for me. I love the fact that I get great people to come on. I love the fact that people send me messages during the show. That's always great too. Thank you for that. Oh, let's take a look at the Phillies score because I happen to catch a lot of social media oohs and ahs about our Phillies, who are losing 6-5. Matter of fact, I think they just, I know, bottom of the ninth. So the bottom of the ninth, 6-5 Washington. Team you're supposed to be beating if you're a playoff team, which this team is not. Ugh. Brent is a really awesome dude. We love him. I'm on a limb sending you. So it's good sometimes, and I'm reading them, and some of the stuff people send me, I'm probably like making faces at. Some of it's just so weird. Meanwhile, I got great music in my head. We do here, and I always tell you that I am horrible at my job. I mean it, but I promise better behavior tomorrow night. Delco Jams will be in the house with us tomorrow night. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has announced this year's entrants. And a pretty good list, if you will. Of course, Soundgarden. Giant Soundgarden fan. Love them. Happy they're in. Rest in peace, Chris Cornell, of course. But very happy to have Soundgarden. Cyndi Lauper. Terrific career of great work. Don't see why not. Put her in, absolutely. Bad Company, one of the very legit rock bands of that time. Sure. I can go with that. Go with Bad Company. Chubby Checker. Going back a ways there, but Chubby Checker, sure. Excellent. Joe Cocker. Outkast. A little more of the rap scene, and, you know, they're in. Music is rock is music, etc. Outkast. And the White Stripes. I'm hoping to see Meg. Love Meg. Adore Meg. Hopefully they can find her for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're there, the White Stripes. Hopefully we will see Meg. And hopefully you go out to see Kinsey King. May 18th at QXT. We have a full original set coming for you. And I'm going to post a banner on my page, so keep looking out. That's why you have to like, subscribe, follow, etc. The Yo Show. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Man, I'm trying to think. Follow, like, it's so hard anymore. Yeah, but Instagram is the Yo Show 215. Facebook is the Yo Show. YouTube, of course, is the Yo Show. Follow us, man. We are sharing it. Twitch, you can watch, of course. A lot of bands, as Brent predicted, a lot of bands are coming out with their own Twitch now. That's very cool. And that's very smart. And also a great thing to do. And speaking of which, the banner. In case you forgot, this October, that's right, the Yo Show goes to TwitchCon. Myself and Brent, the awesome gift my wife gave me, will be heading to San Diego for, what am I doing tonight? For TwitchCon. I'm there this year. Yo Show, going to try and shoot some footage, hang out, me and Brent, meet some new creators, and just do great things. Very excited. My first ever TwitchCon this October. Stay tuned for details, as I say, as the Yo Show brings you some great stuff. I am so excited. Don't go, Jane. Cannot wait for TwitchCon. We have a lot of prep to do for TwitchCon between now and then. Yes, we do. The Roadcaster, new equipment, try to find some of that wireless stuff like Delco Jams does. Let's pop. Let's make this happen, baby. TwitchCon October. So excited. Kind of wish I had another song from Leadpetal. Maybe a little lost without music. Maybe I could load one up without making it ridiculously obvious. We're going to do a little, Alex play a little bit while I find a video for you all. That's what I do. Let's do this one because I love Delco Jam videos. How about The Galaxy Has Eyes from Round Guide Brewing. Not yet. Don't start without me. How about we do that? Let's do it. Let's get some Delco Jam in here, shall we? Delco James did a great little piece with The Galaxy Has Eyes. And I did that too because I know Brent's hanging around. He's a massive Galaxy Has Eyes fan too. So let's check it out. Peace of Mind by The Galaxy Has Eyes from Round Guys Brewing. Delco James on the video. My big mouth gets in there somewhere. Let's check it out. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. Yo Show live Tuesday night. Wow, I like that. True. True. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Little props to our dudes over at Delco James, who'll be co-hosting with us tomorrow night for that awesome video of The Galaxy Has Eyes from Brown Guy Brewing. And a band that would maybe share a cool stage with Leadpetal. How about that? Great thinking here. And Brent, I'm with you. Love them. John Simon's awesome band. Absolutely agree. Awesome video. They do great stuff. Delco James. Absolutely. As you know, the proud partnership. And Brent with great pictures and video as well. All of them, they combine just beautiful stuff. And yeah, we thank you, Rain Sparkles, good friend of ours, for putting us in touch because I seen them. I said, yeah, I like them on the show. Brent, of course, has been a huge Galaxy Has Eyes backer, supporter since day one. And he said to me, you got to get them on the show. Tried. It was kind of tough. And then Rain's like, I know, it's my people. Got us in touch. Had him on the show. We had Charles, the drummer, on the show. Terrific. And they're great people. And the Seaman person, very modest, very humble, excellent band. Props to Delco James? Yeah, why not? They'll be with us tomorrow night on the program. Do a little guest co-hosting for us tomorrow evening as we welcome the Normal Colleagues. Fun band, the Normal Colleagues. That's tomorrow night. And again, lots of great stuff. Normal Colleagues tomorrow night. Next week we go with Cherry Blue and Lily Grace. Following week, Mallcore and Stormy Maya. 21st, Calamity Joy. No show on the 20th, in case you didn't notice. My anniversary. Can't have a show on your anniversary. May 21st, Calamity Joy. May 27th, Weekend Lesbians. May 28th, Caitlin Lucas. June 3rd, Verona Rose. June 4th, Astrofells. Before their big CD release party. June 10th, King Cherry. Right after their big CD release. Stephanie Grace on the 11th. Cat Rivers in the second slate on the 18th. Ashley from New Dilemma. July 4th. God, we got so much coming up. Love it. Yeah, need a book. Galaxy Has Eyes and Kinsey King. I agree. And maybe even try to get Leadpetal in there, too. Why not? That'd be a great show. Astrofells they're so damn good. And they're such nice guys. And they're, again, humble, modest dudes. But, man, I'm ready for this new stuff to come out. I can't wait to hear it. Really excited. Cat Rivers will be an excellent show. She is terrific. The whole band is terrific. And we kind of discussed where some of these people may have come from. Some of the people out there already know where members of Cat's band have come from. Excellent band. Terrific performer. Comes on the show. A lot of questions to ask. That's coming up. Let's see what else we did here. We talked a little draft. Talked Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh, I want to talk about this real quick, maybe before we get out of here. All right. I'm all about the, Bill Belichick, former coach of the New England Patriots, multi-time Super Bowl winner in, his 60s. Bravo for having a girlfriend in your 20s. But I'm going to tell you what, man. This past weekend, this video appeared. And it's not like a video like somebody snuck something on her. So basically, Coach Bill is being interviewed by CBS Mornings. And she, at several times, interrupted, belittled him. When the question came up how the two of them met, she said, "We're not answering this." She shouts out. She's not even in the interview. She's off to the side. And makes her way into this interview. I'm going to tell you something real quick. Thank you. In the most sincere of ways. If a celebrity type, no matter what field you are, has been requested to be interviewed by somebody, it's their time. On my show, when any person comes on, it's their time. I wouldn't want somebody hanging over my shoulder, girlfriend, wife, whatever, hanging over my shoulder being like, no, you're not asking that. We're not answering that. Don't answer that. Look, this girl, pretty much her claim to fame is Bill Belichick's girlfriend. That's about it. So for her to put him down, even about like football things, to put him down about that, to say we're not answering this question, and to make a menace of yourself during his interview, no, that don't sit well with me. It doesn't. More than enough people have said the thing about the age difference and how it's, and that's all well and good. Date who you want to date, love who you want to love, be with whoever you want to be with, money, whatever the hell draws you to it. I'm not that guy. I don't judge. But man, the mouth, not needed. His interview, his chat, his time. No need. Really no need. Aggravated tonight with that. I'm aggravated with that for a man who has built an absolute legacy. A big one for himself. Yeah, the time for that. It just, it irritates me. I don't even want to keep talking about it anymore. I've had enough. God, have I had enough of that. Terrible. I want to remind everybody one more time, as we're getting near the final round, because we're in the final rounds, we're getting near the end. We have a terrific local person, Paula, who is in the finals of the Maxim Cover Girl contest. Need to ask you all for me and to have her on the program, as she promised if she wins, I'm coming on. So vote for Paula. Maxim Cover Girl contest, a local girl right here from Philly. VIP.covergirl.maxim.com. I still have icon round. I don't know why. Way past that. We're finals. Go there. It's free. Takes a minute. Cast a free vote for our good friend Paula. Let's try and get her as the Maxim Cover Girl. Let's get her to win this contest. Let's get her on the program. And if she wins this contest, let's root for our local folks. Good luck, Paula. Bills win. My man. Get in there, Michael Kennedy. Let's start making a weekend sports update with Michael Kennedy thing. How about it? 7-6 Phils. That was a game they really needed. I'll tell you that much. Man, team's got to get it together a little bit. I'm still skeptical, but we need some wins. My good friend Mike Kennedy, we need to set up a day again at that special little spot there down the road. That awesome inn for some cocktails. And watch some Phils. And eat and all that. Mike's my dude. Good stuff. Do I have any more? I think I'm out of topics. Remember we out of topics? God. Sucked tonight. TwitchCom. Yeah, we did it all. God, we did it all already. Went by so fast. That's all right. I could sit down and create tomorrow evening with the normal colleagues. I love Sweeney's. You know, I've been going to Sweeney's for so damn long. And I used to see, most of cover bands there. I love it there, man. It's been a spot. And any Sunday, dude, that they got something, feel free to pop down. Just, where to get the news, here or on my page. And if not, around this area. I had a lot of fun. Mike, man, to see you there was awesome. Like, to see everybody was awesome. And the families that were going to be there. Brent and my wife and Grandmom and Chris Griner gave me a little heads up he was coming through. That's cool. But when I walked up and I made it to the front door and I saw Mike there, I'm like, holy freaking shit, dude. This is awesome. It was great. Really, I had an awesome weekend. Awesome birthday. Going to TwitchCon in San Diego. Great friends hanging out. A little bit of drinking. A lot of bit of music. MCing. All that cool stuff. Can't beat it. I thank you all. I thank you all. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., the normal colleagues, Delco James in the house, guest co-hosting. And I'm all about reunions lately. I'm working on a reunion that I don't know if I can get, but I sure so will try. And then meanwhile, I'm trying for this reunion too. This one I'm told very well probably won't happen. I'm sad. St. Ricketts. We're going to get out of here. Massive thank you to our guest tonight, Leadpetal. Don't forget to find Leadpetal on Instagram at Leadpetal with a 4 instead of an A. Long story. Leadpetal. Linktree, not twee. I'm not 3 years old. Linktree / Leadpetal. The brand new album, Glass Teeth, is out right now. We played a couple tunes from that. Their music is available on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Check out the awesome trio that is Leadpetal. We come back tomorrow night with the normal colleagues. Those of you who are used to us on Tuesday night only, snap out of it because we're on 2 nights a week. But anyway, if you're used to just seeing us on Tuesday, you will catch us next Tuesday with Cherry Blue. Cool band. Don't let the name for you. It's not all cutesy. They kick ass. Cherry Blue next Tuesday. Normal colleagues tomorrow night. St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn. www.stricketts.com. Off the debut album, self-titled St. Ricketts. Yo show. Have a great freaking night, would you? See you tomorrow. Peace out, my faves. Go. My man. Thank you, brother. Sydney Sweeney one more time. Where art thou?
Taste of it, poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this. Was the point of it just to reach new heights and glow? So